Sometimes the hardest thing is not effort, but trust. Trust that life can move forward without force. Trust that calm action works better than panic. Trust that when you stop gripping so tightly, things begin to align. Stoicism teaches this quiet truth. It does not ask you to stop caring. It asks you to stop exhausting yourself with worry. This story follows that path. It shows how relaxation, discipline, and inner order allow life to slowly fall into place. Not through magic, but through wisdom practiced daily. Chapter 1. The Art of Letting Life Breathe. Most people believe that if they relax, everything will fall apart. They think tension is strength and worry is responsibility. Stoicism teaches the opposite. When the mind is calm, action becomes clear. When the spirit is steady, life begins to cooperate. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you have power over your mind, not outside events. This single idea changes everything. The struggle begins when you try to control what cannot be controlled. Relaxation is not surrender. It is alignment with reality. At the start of 2026, many people carry invisible weight. Expectations, deadlines, regrets, fear of falling behind. Stoicism asks you to pause and observe this weight honestly. Much of it is unnecessary. Much of it was added by habit, not need. To relax is to remove what does not belong. The Stoic begins by releasing the demand that life must move faster. Nature has its own rhythm. Seeds do not grow by force. Rivers do not rush themselves. You are part of this same order. Seneca warned that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Anxiety often comes from stories about the future, not facts. When you relax your grip on these stories, the body softens and the mind clears. Relaxation starts with awareness. You notice your breath. You notice tension in your shoulders. You notice how often your thoughts race ahead. You do not judge this. You simply see it. Seeing is the first step toward peace. Epictetus taught that events are neutral. It is our judgments that disturb us. When something does not go as planned, the Stoic asks, what part of this is truly harmful? Often the answer is very little. Relaxation grows when you stop labeling every inconvenience as a disaster. In 2026, the Stoic does not panic about uncertainty. Uncertainty is normal. The future has always been unknown. The difference now is awareness. Instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong? The Stoic asks, what is required of me now? This question grounds the mind in the present moment. The present is manageable. When you relax, your actions become precise. You waste less energy reacting. You speak less, but with more intention. You move slower, but more effectively. Calm creates efficiency. Many fear that if they stop pushing, progress will stop. Stoicism teaches disciplined calm. You still work, you still plan, you still act, but you do so without emotional turbulence. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while maintaining inner stillness. His example proves that calm and responsibility can exist together. Relaxation also changes how you respond to others. When someone is rude or dismissive, the tense mind reacts instantly. The relaxed mind pauses. That pause is power. You realize that another person's behavior belongs to them, not you. Their mood does not define your worth. Their opinion does not control your direction. This understanding brings freedom. The Stoic relaxes by accepting human nature. People will act out of fear, ego, or ignorance. Expecting perfection leads to frustration. Expecting imperfection leads to patience. Patience is a form of strength. Relaxation also means trusting effort over outcome. You do your best, then release attachment to results. Outcomes depend on many factors. Your duty is to act with integrity. Seneca reminded that fortune behaves like glass. It shines but shatters easily. The Stoic builds contentment on what cannot be taken away. Character cannot be stolen. When you relax your obsession with results, fear loses its grip. You no longer live in constant anticipation of success or failure. You live in alignment. Physical relaxation matters too. The Stoics valued simplicity, adequate rest, simple food, natural movement. A body under constant stress clouds the mind. Caring for the body supports clarity. The Stoic does not glorify exhaustion. Burnout is not virtue. Sustainability is. In 2026, relaxation becomes an act of rebellion. The world glorifies hustle and noise. The Stoic chooses quiet consistency. This choice protects mental health. Relaxation also deepens focus. When the mind is calm, attention sharpens. You complete tasks with fewer mistakes. You listen more carefully. You think more clearly. Calm multiplies effectiveness. Epictetus taught students to rehearse adversity mentally. This practice removes fear. When you imagine loss calmly, its power fades. Relaxation grows from preparedness. You are not relaxed because life is easy. You are relaxed because you are ready. This readiness transforms challenges into exercises. A delay becomes patience training. Criticism becomes humility practice. Failure becomes instruction. Everything serves growth. As you relax, trust slowly returns. Not blind trust, but grounded trust. Trust in your ability to respond wisely. Trust in time. Trust in the process of effort. This trust removes desperation. Desperation clouds judgment. Calm restores it. The Stoic also relaxes by simplifying decisions. Many choices are unnecessary. You focus on essentials, virtue, health, work, relationships. Simplicity creates mental space. When life feels overwhelming, the Stoic reduces it to the next right action, nothing more. One step is enough. Relaxation does not mean avoiding responsibility. It means carrying responsibility without inner resistance. Resistance creates suffering. Acceptance creates peace. In this way, relaxation becomes a skill, practiced daily, strengthened over time. By mid-2026, the Stoic notices change, fewer emotional swings, quicker recovery from setbacks, deeper confidence. Not loud confidence, quiet confidence. This confidence does not demand proof. It rests in self-trust. Life begins to respond differently. Opportunities appear. Relationships improve. Problems feel smaller. Not because the world changed, but because you did. This is how everything starts working out, not instantly. Not perfectly, but steadily. This is the Stoic way. This is the beginning of calm power. This is the Stoic Tide. If this chapter brought you peace, like this video to support timeless wisdom. Subscribe to the Stoic Tide for more Stoic guidance. And share this with someone who needs calm strength in 2026. Chapter 2. Trust the process, not the panic. Relaxation deepens when you stop arguing with reality. Many people exhaust themselves not because life is difficult, but because they resist how life unfolds. Stoicism teaches that peace begins when you cooperate with what is happening instead of fighting it. This does not mean passivity. It means intelligent acceptance followed by deliberate action. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that everything happens according to nature. Storms pass. Seasons change. Problems rise and fall. When you understand this rhythm, panic loses its authority. You stop reacting as if every setback is permanent. You start seeing it as temporary movement in a larger order. In 2026, panic is common. News moves fast. Expectations are high. Comparison is constant. Stoicism offers a different posture. It teaches you to slow your internal response even when the external world speeds up. This is not denial. It is discipline. The Stoic learns to pause before reacting. That pause creates distance between stimulus and response. Within that distance lies freedom. Epictetus said that people are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. When you pause, you get to choose the view. Trust grows when you accept that not everything requires immediate action. Some problems resolve themselves. Some emotions fade with time. Some answers arrive when you stop forcing them. Panic pushes you to act too soon. Trust teaches patience. Patience is not weakness. It is confidence in timing. The Stoic does not rush decisions out of fear. Fear narrows perception. Calm widens it. When the mind is relaxed, you see options you missed before. You notice details. You anticipate consequences. This clarity protects you. Many mistakes are born from urgency. Stoicism trains you to slow the mind while keeping the body ready. You move when it is time, not when anxiety demands it. Trusting the process also means trusting effort without immediate reward. Seneca warned that impatience steals joy from progress. Growth often feels invisible before it becomes obvious. The Stoic continues anyway. You wake up, you do the work. You rest, you repeat. This consistency builds quiet momentum. In 2026, many people quit too early because they expect instant results. Stoicism teaches endurance. It reminds you that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This truth applies to your goals, your healing, and your character. When you trust the process, you stop measuring your worth by daily outcomes. You measure it by commitment to virtue. Did you act with integrity? Did you remain calm? Did you improve slightly? That is enough. Trust also changes how you relate to uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, you prepare for it. Epictetus taught that the Stoic practices negative visualization, not to become pessimistic, but to become resilient. When you accept that loss is possible, you fear it less. Fear weakens attachment. Attachment creates anxiety. Relaxation grows when you loosen attachment to specific outcomes. You aim, but you do not cling. You desire, but you do not demand. This balance keeps the heart light. The Stoic trusts that effort compounds. Even when progress feels slow, it is working beneath the surface. Roots grow before branches appear. Discipline shapes the future quietly. This trust allows rest without guilt. Rest is not laziness. It is recovery. A mind that never rests becomes brittle. Stoicism values renewal. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to retreat inward, even for a moment, to regain clarity. You do not need to escape life to reset your mind. A few deep breaths, a brief walk, a moment of silence. These small pauses restore perspective. Trust also affects relationships. When you stop panicking about approval, you speak honestly. When you stop fearing rejection, you set boundaries. Calm self-respect attracts respect from others. This changes how people respond to you. You become steady, reliable, grounded. The Stoic does not chase validation. Validation is unstable. It depends on moods and opinions. Instead, you ground yourself in principles. Principles do not shift with circumstance. This grounding creates inner security. When mistakes happen, trust prevents self-punishment. You correct without cruelty. You learn without shame. Seneca warned that excessive self-criticism is just another form of ego. Humility allows growth. Trusting the process also means accepting periods of discomfort. Growth is rarely comfortable. Muscles strain before they strengthen. Minds struggle before they mature. The Stoic accepts discomfort as training, not punishment. This mindset transforms difficulty into purpose. As you practice this daily, panic slowly loses influence. You notice fewer emotional spikes. Problems still appear, but they feel manageable. You respond instead of react. This is real progress. By trusting the process, you reclaim energy wasted on worry. That energy returns as focus, creativity, and presence. You become more effective with less effort. Life feels lighter. Things start working out not because you control them, but because you stop interfering with unnecessary fear. You align with reason. You act when required. You rest when needed. This balance creates harmony. In the Stoic path, trust is built one day at a time. Through small choices, through calm responses, through patience practiced repeatedly. Over time, this trust becomes unshakable. You no longer panic at delays. You no longer fear silence. You no longer rush your own becoming. You understand that what is meant for you cannot be missed by patience. This is not hope. It is discipline. This is how the Stoic mind stays relaxed while life unfolds. This is how calm turns into quiet success. This is how everything slowly starts working out. And this is the deeper current of the Stoic Tide. Chapter 3. Let go of control. Keep direction. Life becomes heavy when you try to control everything. Stoicism teaches a cleaner approach. Release control over outcomes, but never abandon direction. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you must do what is right, then accept whatever follows. This single idea can dissolve years of tension. When you stop gripping every detail, the mind relaxes. When you keep your values clear, your path stays firm. Calm comes not from controlling life, but from aligning yourself with reason. Most stress comes from confusing effort with control. You can control your actions, your preparation, and your attitude. You cannot control timing, other people, or random events. Epictetus made this distinction the foundation of Stoic peace. When you respect it, frustration weakens. You stop wasting energy on what refuses to obey you. Instead, you invest fully in what belongs to you. This creates focus without anxiety, ambition without desperation. Letting go of control does not mean drifting. The Stoic still plans, still works, still aims high. But he holds plans lightly. If something breaks, he adapts. If a door closes, he redirects. Seneca warned that rigid minds suffer more than flexible ones. Rigidity snaps under pressure. Flexibility bends and survives. When you accept that life will move in its own way, you stop fighting every turn. The struggle eases. This mindset changes how failure feels. Failure becomes information, not identity. When something does not work out, the Stoic asks, "What can I learn?" instead of "Why me?" This shift protects dignity. You correct course calmly. You refine strategy. You continue forward without bitterness. Over time, this builds confidence that does not depend on constant success. Letting go also frees emotional space. When you stop trying to control people's opinions, moods, or choices, relationships feel lighter. You speak honestly without fear. You listen without defensiveness. You walk away without resentment. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that people act according to their understanding, not to harm you personally. This perspective dissolves anger before it grows. As direction replaces control, life feels smoother. You move with events instead of against them. Effort remains, but tension fades. You become steady, adaptable, and resilient. Things begin to work out not because you force them, but because you no longer sabotage yourself with resistance. This is Stoic calm in motion. This is quiet strength. This is the rhythm of the Stoic Tide. Chapter 4. Master your inner dialogue. Your mind is always speaking. Most people never question the voice. Stoicism teaches you to listen carefully and then decide whether that voice deserves authority. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that his thoughts shape his experience. When the inner dialogue is chaotic, life feels chaotic. When the inner dialogue is calm, life feels manageable. Mastery begins not with events, but with interpretation. Many people suffer more in imagination than in reality. The mind creates stories, predictions, and fears that feel real but are not. Epictetus warned that when you accept every thought as truth, you become a slave to your emotions. The Stoic learns to pause and examine thoughts before believing them. Is this thought useful? Is it rational? Is it within my control? This simple questioning weakens anxiety and restores clarity. Changing inner dialogue does not require force. It requires discipline. When a negative thought appears, you do not fight it aggressively. You replace it calmly. Seneca advised responding to inner turmoil the same way you would calm a friend. With patience, with reason, with kindness. Over time, the tone of your mind changes. Harshness softens. Panic slows. Confidence grows quietly. This inner mastery creates emotional stability. When external chaos appears, the Stoic remains composed because his inner world is ordered. He does not ignore emotions, but he does not obey them blindly either. He observes, understands, and chooses his response. This distance between feeling and action is power. It prevents regret and preserves dignity. As your inner dialogue improves, your presence changes. You speak with less urgency. You listen with more attention. You react less and respond more. People sense this steadiness. Situations that once overwhelmed you now feel navigable. Calm becomes your default, not your exception. Mastering the inner dialogue is not a one-time victory. It is daily practice. Thought by thought, choice by choice. With consistency, the mind becomes a place of refuge instead of conflict. This is how peace becomes reliable. This is how clarity becomes strength. This is how life starts working with you, not against you, carried forward by the Stoic Tide. Chapter 5: Trust time and stay consistent. Most people quit not because they are incapable, but because they are impatient. Stoicism teaches deep respect for time. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that nature does not rush, yet nothing is delayed. When you truly understand this, anxiety loosens its grip. You stop demanding instant results. You stop measuring progress only by visible rewards. Instead, you commit to steady effort and allow time to do its work. Consistency is the Stoic's quiet weapon. Small actions repeated daily reshape character. Seneca believed that improvement happens gradually, almost invisibly, until one day the change is undeniable. The Stoic does not wait to feel motivated. He acts because it is right to act. Some days feel productive. Some feel slow. Both count. What matters is continuity. Trusting time also changes how you relate to setbacks. When something fails, you do not label it wasted effort. You see it as part of a longer process. Epictetus taught that progress belongs to those who remain committed even when results are unclear. This patience builds emotional endurance. You stop panicking when growth feels slow. You understand that roots form before fruit appears. This mindset creates calm confidence. You no longer rush conversations, decisions, or personal growth. You give things space to mature. This patience makes you harder to disturb. Others may react emotionally to delays, but you remain composed. You know that meaningful change cannot be forced without breaking something valuable. Over time, consistency compounds. Habits shape identity. Discipline becomes automatic. The person you are becoming feels natural, not strained. Life begins to feel less chaotic because you are no longer chasing urgency. You move at a deliberate pace. You trust your process. You trust time. This is how calm effort turns into lasting results. This is how pressure fades and purpose strengthens. By respecting time and honoring consistency, you allow life to unfold without resistance. This quiet rhythm is where progress lives. This is the steady current of the Stoic Tide. Chapter 6. Calm becomes your quiet power. True Stoic calm is not passive. It is active, alert, and deeply rooted. By now, you understand that relaxation is not about escaping responsibility, but about releasing unnecessary tension. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a person should be like a rock against which waves continually break, yet it stands firm. Calm is that firmness. It is the strength to remain steady while life moves unpredictably around you. When calm becomes habitual, your decisions improve. You no longer act from fear, urgency, or emotional pressure. You act from clarity. This changes everything. Problems that once felt overwhelming now appear solvable. Conversations become more honest. Challenges feel purposeful instead of threatening. Calm sharpens judgment. It clears the noise so reason can lead. Epictetus taught that freedom is found in self-command. The calm mind is a free mind. It does not jump at every provocation. It does not chase every desire. It chooses deliberately. This self-command gives you quiet authority. You do not need to dominate others or prove yourself. Your composure speaks for you. People sense it. Situations respond to it. Calm also changes how you experience success and failure. Success no longer inflates the ego. Failure no longer destroys confidence. Seneca warned that emotional extremes weaken the soul. Balance strengthens it. When calm guides you, you accept praise without dependency and criticism without collapse. You remain centered. This inner balance creates resilience. When life tests you, you bend without breaking. You adjust without losing direction. You recover faster. Calm shortens the distance between setback and recovery. Instead of spiraling, you stabilize. Instead of reacting, you reflect. Over time, calm reshapes identity. You are no longer someone who constantly worries about outcomes. You become someone who trusts preparation and adapts intelligently. This trust removes desperation. Desperation is loud. Calm is quiet. Quiet strength lasts longer. In relationships, calm changes your presence. You listen more. You argue less. You choose silence when words would escalate tension. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the best revenge is to be unlike those who harm you. Calm makes this possible. You do not mirror chaos, you neutralize it. Calm also protects your energy. Emotional reactions drain focus. When you remain composed, you preserve mental resources for what truly matters. This efficiency makes life feel lighter. You do more with less effort because you are no longer fighting yourself. As you carry Stoic calm into 2026, life begins to feel cooperative. Not because challenges disappear, but because your resistance fades. You move with events instead of against them. You act decisively without panic. You rest without guilt. This is the Stoic paradox. When you relax your grip, things align. When you stop forcing outcomes, progress accelerates. Calm creates space. In that space, clarity, creativity, and opportunity appear. This is not luck. It is discipline practiced daily. The Stoic path teaches you that peace is not a reward at the end of struggle. It is a skill developed during it. Calm is not found, it is built. And once built, it becomes your quiet power. If this journey helped you slow your mind, strengthen your discipline, and see life with clearer eyes, support the mission of Calm Strength. Like the video to help others find Stoic clarity. Share it with someone who needs peace in chaos. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom from the Stoic Tide. Walk calmly. Think clearly. Let everything start working out.